guys, my name is Toby. I'm one of the 2 developers who created the prototype for the Bornless a couple of years ago. Today in this devlog, I'm going to update you guys on what we've been working on. I'm really excited to show off how the ritual game mode is progressing. We're also going to show off some of the demons, some of the weapons, the soundtrack. We're going to show you some snippets of that and some of the sound systems the guys have been working on. And we're also going to touch on our roadmap and when you guys can expect to come back and playtest the game again. As always, please let us know if you see or hear anything you don't like. We're always reversioning the game based on your suggestions, so your feedback is very important to us. Before we dive into the current progress on the ritual mode, I actually want to jump back in the timeline and look at the prototype so that we can see how it evolved over time and what we learned from the different stages of development. This original Unreal Engine 4 prototype saw players spawning in cabins. Players would pick up their lanterns and venture out into the darkness looking for resources. The primary resource was incense. Players would collect this red incense and take it to these beacons in the sky where they would find cauldrons. Players would burn their incense at the cauldrons and summon the demon Oribus, a Wendigo whose ancient territory was in these woods. Players who summoned Oribus would find that he was a powerful ally and he would help them win the game. Obviously, you can tell it's incredibly dark and it's very rough around the edges. We took this prototype and turned it into a proper alpha.
Okay. Just got these. I'm gonna head through scrapyard now.
Yep. I'm lagging a little bit behind you.
Where are you?
I'm just now coming past the bus.
I'll leave the chest in the scrap.
This alpha is set in Farmouth Town, an abandoned and eerie place nestled in an island off the coast of Salem. Players would again roam the town looking for incense, but now we're also able to buy weapons from the merchant Harg and use a range of spells. Importantly, the winners would extract with their incense. We tested this for a while just to get a feel for it, and we ran a few tournaments to see how this held up in a competitive environment.
Wow, so
And it
we
was
had
okay.
a little 1v2. Oh, and Seer holding it down again. Oh, and he gets another one. That's 3. Can he pull off a 1v4 here? Look at this.
Looking like it.
Seer
He's got
with
it.
the 1v4.
It was around this time that we ported to Unreal Engine 5. Now, the port took us a little while, but we knew in the long run it would be worth it. Access to some of the upcoming features of the new engine was something we didn't want to miss out on, and it made the top-end graphics of our game look much better with not very much work from our side. It's a very powerful engine, which we love working with. After a few months on Unreal Engine 5, we started putting together some different maps in the various styles of our demons. This let us build and test out some of the different gameplay zones. One thing we noticed from continued testing of the game mode was that the demon Oribus had slowly taken more of a backseat role in the gameplay. Players were finding more effective ways to compete with each other without having to use the demon. We obviously recognized that the AI demon was also less effective than players at directing the flow of the game. As we all know, game AI is often easily cheesed, especially by good players. We knew next what the solution would be. Player-controlled demons. It was time to get the game into the hands of a few more people, so we launched our store pages on Steam and Epic Games and held 2 playtests in September and October. We ran global playtests on our Asia, EU, US and South American servers to get a start on load testing and server cost optimizing. During these tests, we put to the players our first player-controlled demon, Botis, the gigantic snake in their jungle lair. Now, for anybody who played this, you know how difficult Botis was to control, but it was very useful for us in seeing how a player-controlled demon might feel when defending objectives, hunting players, and other mechanics we were looking at doing in the ritual mode. Along with the Titan mode, this demon mode, we also had our traditional 2v2 arena. This allowed players to jump in and test the basics of the combat system, so that we could get some comprehensive feedback on the feel of the moment-to-moment gunplay. Importantly, we'd love to extend a huge thank you to our Mythos creators, faction partners, and Steam playtesters. You guys came in and tested a very early and unfinished version of the game, and your feedback will be instrumental in the next stages of development. Let's take a quick look at some of the moments from our creators, because there were some good ones.
Oh, I got fucking demon. I'm dead.
Where's the snake?
I get it right here! I didn't know you were there!
In the water, there's a snake. Snake! Fuck off! That's a big fucking snake! Oh, it's a big fucker! Dude, fucking shoot it!
One straightforward bit of feedback we had was that people wanted more weapons. The good news is we're working on a bunch for you guys. We have the Colt, the revolver, the Luger, crossbow, Sten, Winchester, Kar 98, Tommy gun, M1 Garand, PPSH, double barrel, axe, cleaver, the flamethrower, and the fan favorite knife.
Hey everyone, my name's Morgan and I am an animator with Cathedral Studios, and I've been doing a ton of awesome projects in Blender and Unreal Engine, including our guns and weaponry. Here we have our Winchester, a heavy lever action rifle. Our starting point, of course, was the rich history behind the Winchester and capturing that iconic Western feel behind the gun. We played with timing, easing, and arcs to create that perfect blend of realism and responsiveness.
We're really looking forward to getting these weapons in so that you guys can test them out. So, our demons. These entities are listed in our source material, The Lesser Key of Solomon, which is a public domain book you can all go and read. And from this book, we've chosen our first lineup of demons. We have Oribus, the Secret Keeper, Belial, the Bloodthirsty Lord, Zagan, the Entertainer, Baal, the King in the Deep, Botis, the Great Hunter, Malphus, the Twisted Surgeon, our first angel, the Angel Gabriel, Harg, our friendly neighborhood merchant, Corvus the Wise, and an unnamed Minotaur with unknown motives. Many of these characters have their own theme songs. Let's have a listen to our soundtrack and how it's been developing so far. Let's go over to Ollie now to hear a little bit of the other systems that the sound department's been working on.
Hi, I'm Ollie from the sound design team, and today I'm working in Wise and Unreal Engine on the vehicle audio system for the upcoming ritual mode. With a series of blend tracks, switches, states and real-time player controls, we can manage the dynamics of the vehicle sound design from within Wise without having to do lengthy, complex coding in Unreal. We have a very rudimentary test level to begin with in the engine. All vehicle sound design is currently being triggered by just one Wise event. And here you can see the line trace checking for the road surface type. This blend track is checking for the angle and the speed at which the front wheels are turning and using it to control the braking and the skidding sounds. Though early in development, this audio system already adds life to an exciting gameplay dynamic that you'll encounter in the upcoming ritual mode.
Hey everyone, it's Romain Moulara, the lead sound designer of Cathedral Studio. It's very important to us that players feel immersed in the world we create. To do this in the Bornless, we currently use a complex system allowing us to integrate different types of reverberations. Pay attention to how sounds react differently depending on where the player is located. We hope you liked these few elements. Thank you for watching this video and see you soon.
Another key system we've been working on is our Safehouse base building. This is obviously a very early prototype, as you can tell, but here you can see Luke, one of our developers, is pulling items from his inventory, which he's placing down. The key thing here is that persistence for saving is already done, meaning fully custom Safehouses aren't too far away. So that's everything that's happened before. What's happening now? Let me introduce you to the full Farmouth Island. This ritual game mode is broken into 3 phases. Phase 1, loot and explore. Phase 2, invoke the ritual. Phase 3, hunt or escape. Phase 1 is not too dissimilar from the original prototype. The only difference now is more to explore, more loot, more mobs, more secrets. To help players get around this large map, we're introducing cars. Let's check them out.
Hey, I'm Fred. I'm Cathedral Studios' 3D character artist. I was the creator of all past, present and future demons in the Bornless, so you might have seen some of my work. But I also hop in loads of other areas such as prop art, environment art, as well as VFX. In this clip, you'll see me texturing our brand new car in Substance Painter. If red isn't your thing, don't sweat. We'll be dropping loads more varieties in the future, but I hope you enjoy watching.
So that's Ritual Phase 1. Let's take a look at Phase 2. Phase 2 will see players hunting for ritual components, required items and materials for the invocation of a demon. In order to get these ritual components, players will have to undergo tough challenges. The first challenge we're designing is the Spider Horde mode. Defeating the Horde will give players a component. The first team to bring 3 of these components to a beacon will complete the ritual, and them and any teammates will become the embodiment of their chosen demonic entity. This then leads us to the third and final phase, hunt or escape. It's fairly straightforward. If you're a demon, it's hunting season. If you're a human, it's time to try to extract. I'm sure you can imagine how it goes down. Players who successfully extract the match or win via a demon invocation will keep any loot they were carrying and take it back to their safe house. Their safe house is where they and their friends can form a faction, which will one day compete on a global territorial conflict known as faction wars. We'll have to show you more of that another time because it's not quite ready yet. So thanks for tuning in, guys, to this devlog. In terms of playtesting, you guys can expect to get your hands on it around Q1 2024 for a ritual game mode playtest. This will be a very early playtest of this new mode, so it won't be available to everyone, but please make sure to apply on Steam for a playtest. You can also join our Mythos Creator program or our faction program and sign up for the mailing list to potentially get access as well. So we're very grateful for your time joining me today, and yeah, cheers guys.